Welcome everybody, this is Trading Topic Tuesdays. Glenn and Reid here from Hawaii Trading Academy. We're here to help people learn and build wealth through the markets. Trading Topic Tuesdays, we're going to go dive in every time and dissect one trading topic. It could range from trading psychology, trading strategy, whatever it may be. So tonight we're going to be focusing on the trading yin and yang, trading sins and habits. All right, that is a cool, awesome topic. We're excited. Reid, you want to add anything to that?
Yeah. No, I'm really excited for this topic. Yeah, let's get into it.
Let's go. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen. Okay, trading yin and yang, the sins and habits, man. Sins and habits. I like this quote from Jesse Livermore. For those who don't know who Mr. Livermore is, he's featured in this book, The Remnants of a Stock Operator. Really classic trading book. He was very successful in his time of trading. I think back in the 20s, man. He was making bank, big bank. So he quoted, the game of speculation is the most uniformly fascinating game in the world, but it is not a game for the stupid, the mentally lazy, the person of inferior emotional balance, or the get-rich-quick adventurer. They will die poor.
Interesting.
That speaks volumes, man.
Yeah, it does. To this day,
To the day.
rich schemes are just a modern era development. It's been around since the 20s.
Yes. So trading sins and habits. Who has gambled and lost money here before? Outside of the markets, guys.
Oh, yeah.
If you're betting on Super Bowl, betting on boxing, whatever, MMA, whatever you may be, betting your friends $1, you can go and get the girl's number. Who has lost money? Because I know I have. I've lost money. Right? I've gambled.
Sure, me too.
Right? And one thing that didn't cross my mind until I started trading was what went through our mind while placing that trade. Was it, or that bet, right? Was it exciting? Did you have adrenaline pumping through? Or you just focused on like the money you're gonna make rather than focus on the decision you just made, right? And how did you feel? How did you feel after losing the bet, right? What hurt more? Was it the money lost, or was it because you made a wrong decision? So think about those, right? And what happens after that? Would you immediately you lose? Don't you just want to try again to get your money back, right? You're at the vending machine. You're at the slot machine in Vegas, guys. That sucker is just there to take people's money. And what do? You're like, 20 mo, 10 mo. Last one, right?
Guarantee you can.
Guarantee. And then you're going to look like that guy over there on the right. Punch your damn screen through, right? Why? Because the house took your bank, took your car keys, and booted you to the side, man. So traits of revenge trading. We kind of, where did we get this term, man? Revenge trading. We didn't coin it.
Revenge trading. We did not coin it. It's been around and
been around.
Yeah, it's just been around.
These are traits, revenge trading, just to sum it up, right? Going back to when you're in the markets, you place a trade and it doesn't work out, it goes against you, and you lose money. And then emotionally jump back in to the markets because you want to recover your money that has been lost, right? At that point, your judgment is skewed. You don't want to listen to nobody, even yourself, because you're so focused on getting that money back and then some. Like, you want to teach the market a lesson. That's where you need to stop. But that is kind of the summary of what revenge trading is. For those, if you are just starting out in your trading career, maybe you haven't gone to that point yet, but sooner or later, maybe you may experience something lightly of revenge trading, or something, where you just blow your account revenge trading. I've known people who done that, including myself.
Yeah, same.
So, traits of revenge trading. You convince yourself that the setup is still there, meaning if you have a trading plan, you see a setup, you're like, okay, and you took it, it didn't work out. Okay, cool. Um, that's according to your plan, and then because you're emotionally invested now into that particular market, say it's the Euro USD, and it's just moving, and you're taking it personally, you think the market is just hating on you right now, and you just want to force yourself. You skew your vision to force to see that, okay, I see another setup, I'm gonna get in, right? And you create your own mini reality on what you want to see, and you start trading blind. You start ignoring the facts, and you start ignoring what the market is telling you. So, just to add to that, it can be deadly. Speaking from my experience, I've had a bad month. I mean, a few Augusts ago, maybe 3 years ago, it was in August. It was one of my worst trading months ever. Why? Because I chased the markets. I traded loosely, wildly. I was like a crazy gambler hitting Vegas for the first time. um,
Tried making back your losses,
totally, dude. I was blinded.
chasing your losses, not the wins.
I was
It
emotionally attached, man.
happens.
Like I was approaching the market like they owed me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When when we get to that point where we're trading with emotions, and that's a reference to trading on tilt, and it's a poker term, and poker and trading has such a correlation because it's so psychological, and a lot of people think poker is gambling when really it just comes down to the psyche. And if you know enough of your strategy and a plan as a poker player, you have an edge, and that's why it's so similar to trading. And so that's what they mean. Like when a poker player loses so much money, they start going tilt. They're playing on tilt, trading on tilt. Like as far as trading goes, we're just beginning to trade on emotion. We know what the guy may have, so but we're still getting money just to prove a point. Where we have ego involved, it starts taking over, and that's essentially what revenge trading is. We're trying to recapture our losses from a particular market that isn't fitting your plan at the time. So that's what revenge trading is.
I like what you just brought up right there. Ego, that big word, that big term,
Yeah.
ego. Whoo,
I,
ego.
I hate and love it because the markets taught me that, like, dude, you had a big ego, Reid. And so I mean I'm still overcoming it too, but that's what I love about trading is we're always learning. It's teaching us more about ourselves than anything. I think everyone should be a trader because you learn so much about yourself in the markets. The market teaches you, and then you apply that to real life. You're more patient, you're less greedy. You know that if you're in line, the line is going to go away. Whereas in trading, if you have a loss, okay, the win is just around the corner. So that's where I love the correlation between trading and just life in general.
We have the characteristics of what revenge trading is. Some things you might spot while you are in revenge trading. So now we're trying to show you through our experience and through the different material that we've learned through our trading careers how to mitigate it, how to control your trading revenge trading, how to control keep your ego alive or minimized and keep yourself humble and approaching the markets in a clear fashion, right? So you want to create boundaries for yourself. You want to create rules for you to abide by during the trading day, like an emergency plan, right? You got the fire exits whenever you're at work or your office. When the fire alarms go off, you should know where to go, okay? Um, and that's how you kind of have to treat trading, right? If you gotta go create that boundary list on whatever you think may fit you. I mean, you can find what works for other people. Say they put a 5% loss limit for the day or the week, and then once if they hit it, they just stop trading for a week or so, and then once they're ready to go, they'll jump back in. So, what does that look like for you? Reed, do you have a trading boundary or rule
Uh,
that you keep?
Recently I've stuck to where if I take two losses within a 24-hour period, I take at least a day off, don't trade, mainly because I want the market to develop and I don't want to risk this. I don't want to reverse revenge trading because I've gone 16 and 17 straight losses. So I'm talking like I went 16 losses, won one trade, and then went for another 17 string loss. So maybe it was a bad market, but at the same time, it shouldn't take more than 5 trades to make me realize that the market's no good for my plan at the market conditions. So yeah, I've learned from those two mistakes back to back to take a step away from the market, go work out, go surf, get out in nature, spend time with family. Like those are my backup plans. Just get up and walking away from the computers, like the biggest piece of advice I would say. Maybe even like take the rest of the day off. And yeah, I want to share a story real quick about one of these market wizards. Is he saw a pair he was watching. It was a stock. He's a stock trader. He was watching it for a very long time. It started to move. He traded this move. It turned against him as soon as he got into the market. Boom, down $14,000. After he lost his $14,000, he said, "Hey, you know what? My setup is still there. I'm gonna trade it." Boom, $28,000 in the red. He said at this point he should have walked away because his plan was, if you got that major loss, just walk away for the day, come back and let the market develop. This guy actually did that. He walked away, came back, traded, made a little bit of money, and he was at break even. Basically, continued trading throughout the day, went down to 14,000, 28,000, all the way to like $64,000 in the red until he finally said, "Okay, I need to stop." And so like that's just a point, is like when you do take these actions, you may not be in the right mindset to come back into trading. So it's good to just take a step away. Once you take a step away, stay away. Don't take a step and come back and be like, I took my break. I'm good. I'm different mindset. Now I could come back and trade. So like it's just a really good lesson to really stick to what helps you completely forget about the market and your losses.
That's super
Yeah,
good.
do something creative. Yes, doing something creative really is probably the best outlet. How about you, Gang? You have any tips and advice for that?
Yeah. So I have a trading strategy, and I know a probability. So say my winning percentage ranges from 30 to 40%, right? Out of the trades I do, when I start seeing that my trading probability starts going down, plus when I look at the percentage loss, I let that kind of tell me, okay, take a break, take a nice one today. Done. So like sometimes I flip from, oh, it's Friday, oh, sucks, dude, the market's gonna be closed, I want to trade, to like, oh,
Yeah.
thank God it's Friday, I'm not gonna look at the markets for the next 3 days, dude. Like, throw that away, and then I'll go
Yeah.
do something, keep myself busy, recharge myself, because I've learned over time, recharging myself, getting my mental capital back is so key. And if it isn't there after the weekend, then keep pausing on the trading. I mean, I'll look at the charts minimally and then focus on whatever else I have until I'm ready. Like, you're gonna learn as yourself, your trading journey goes. You're gonna learn how you cope with these trading slumps, revenge trading, these losses, and you're gonna go figure out, understand yourself, and figure out how to work around it or work through it. Because yeah, you can just give up, but a lot of the traders, you're gonna hear stories about them. They'll give up for years. They'll stop trading for years, and then when they come back, eh, like they're gonna feel like, hey, this was a piece that was missing for the past few years of my life, and they're happy to be
Yeah.
back. So it all comes down to you defining you as a person. We're gonna give you the best information that works for us, that we've actually used and through our experience. But at the same time, I mean, the goal is to help you gather that and be like, let me try that. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work for you. Okay, but at the same time, there is this foundational rules that we're going over. Let me get back to my share screen about mitigating these trading habits, because at the end of the day, what these trading habits will do will save your account from being blown up. Okay, we want you to live to trade another day. So, as Reid said, you want to step away from your trading desk if needed. Go out, go hike, go surf, go have a good time, hang out with friends and family, right? Um, and get out and just breathe in some fresh air. Go exercise, like I said, change your state of your body, right? Get active. But because at the end of the day, it's just money. And
Yeah.
that's such a key, even though it's just like, I'm not saying it's just money. Oh yeah, it's okay to lose, but at the end of the day, trading is not life, right? It's a part of our lives that many of us enjoy to do because we love just the game of trading, but it isn't life in general. It isn't the ultimate goal in life. You know what I mean?
Not, I like what you called it. You were gonna say the art of trading. I like that. It is. It is an art. It's beautiful art.
Right. Setting yourself great with a great relationship with money is key, and that's gonna be part of your process. Learning how to detach yourself from the losers and the winners, so that you can come back on your A game when the market opens. That is key right there. That is
Oh
the
yeah.
freaking A game. Because at the end of the day, you're almost like an athlete. You're like a pro athlete, right? You gotta be like Jordan, right? You gotta come in clutch, 3 seconds in the game, right? You gotta be ready to go and make that shot. So trading just goes beyond that, and so this is why we're kind of explaining or really pushing for you to, like, okay, yes, like trading is there, you need to put in time, but put it aside sometimes. Learn how to put it aside, work on yourself, improve yourself.
Part of a quote that I really really like. It's Albert Einstein. His quote is, "We can't solve the same problems if we use the same kind of thinking that created them." So that's very correlated to trading. If you're in a certain mindset and you're losing and you're losing and you're losing and you're trying to make it back, you're not gonna gain it back anytime soon. You need to really take a step back, take a breather, analyze what went wrong, and don't even trade. Just like analyze it, take the data, and then walk away. That's how you learn. That's how you evolve as a trader.
That's freaking awesome. That's an awesome quote. Einstein, ahead of his time. Imagine he was a trader.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, I think he also said like compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world, or so. You know how there's like seven wonders of the world. Oh, here you go. Compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it. There you go. That's it, man.
Ooh,
Compound interest your trading account.
that is it. That's one of the goals, guys. That's one of the goals, is grow your capacity as a trader and grow your damn account, man.
Yep.
So getting back to this slide deck, counter the trading sin of revenge trading. This is just drilling it in the head to take the takeaways, right? To wrap it up, tame your emotions, keep yourself in check. Pause and take some time to review what happened. Is that loss part of your trading probability, or is it something out of that, right? And that way, you're this is the act of learning about yourself, self-development, reviewing your mistakes, or reviewing what you did great. Another thing to question yourself is, was the trade an emotional decision? Was it just on a spree of just decisions you made, like, yeah, I'm gonna get in, right? It's gonna go up. It's gonna go up. I hear it all the time. I tell myself that too. Damn it. It's gonna go
Like
up.
hold. Should
Hold.
I move my
Oh.
stop loss? Should I move my?
Nah.
Nah, nah.
And go back to your setup and make sure it's a valid entry. Really simple stuff. Ultimately, it's you're kind of stepping back, trying to observe yourself from a outside view on how you are trading, right? Start changing your language. I'm gonna instead of me, oh, I'm gonna get in the market. I'm gonna watch myself get in the market because I have this trading plan, right? It's taking a
Yeah.
step back, reassessing, and those kind of things help mitigate, keep things under control, so you don't lash out in revenge trading. This is preventative tips and points that we're delivering to you. Things to always keep you in check when you are in a trading slump, and so these things we personally use all the time for ourselves. Woo! And there goes the
Whoa,
camera.
whoa, whoa.
But save that one.
One
Right.
key thing I do actually for if I take a loss and let's say the setup really is there and I just got taken out by a wick, but then really 1 pip or something, I actually take a deep breath, 3 deep breaths, and then I focus like, okay, this is not an emotional decision. Let's really look at it. I make sure I look at the computer. I don't look at my phone and make sure that, okay, yeah, the setup is still there. Let's re-enter. And then I let the market do its thing. So taking a breath, bringing back to the present moment and the awareness that, okay, I don't want to revenge trade will help a lot too. And then sometimes we will not know if like, was that any emotional decision, 2 back-to-back losses or 3 triple losses or something. You don't know if you're doing an emotional trading until sometimes after the fact. So that's why it's just key to take a screenshot, the raw data, raw facts, and again coming back to journaling what you were doing at the time, because maybe playing golf and trading isn't maybe it's correlated to losses, right? Maybe like out at dinner or at a meeting trading, I took 2 losses while out at dinner with my friends or something. You want to take note of that. Okay, maybe during dinner time I will not trade no matter what. So those are some key characteristics that you could take away, maybe apply to your trading plan, or just become aware of it. You could trade whenever you want. If the opportunity is there, the opportunity is there for your plan, but just be like Glenn said, be aware, always be aware. And those 3 breaths always bring that awareness with me. And it's helped a lot.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I mean, like, I'm sure you weren't doing that from the get go.
Oh, absolutely not, man. I was I was cussing, swearing, and throwing a fit. Like I was mad at the market. I wasn't mad at myself. I was mad at the market. And that's another big thing. Like the only person you have to blame is yourself. Like for your wins and your losses. So be proud of your losses, like pat yourself on the back and move on. Don't be like, oh, I'm a hot shot. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. Because you gotta own the same losses. If you're like, oh, I'm a good trader, boom, I took 5 wins, bam, I'm the best. And then you take your loss. Oh, that was just the market. You're not owning it the same way. You gotta own your losses and your wins.
Yes, yes. And you're gonna come to a point where we're not punishing you for winning. You got to determine
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Celebrate your wins, but
Absolutely.
allow
Yeah.
yourself to come back down to a level state of mind. Right. I find myself doing that too. Like I'm on a hot streak, and for some reason,
Let's
I
go.
would give back. I would give back much of my profits that I win. So that's on me, and that's something I observe through myself, and that's what I'm working on too. So definitely, it's always a thing in progress, man.
You ever have like I saw a funny meme. It's like you could have 5 losses in a row and you have 1 win, and you're like, oh my god, okay, so 1% of $1 million is $10,000. This is a
Wow.
$10,000 trade. You're like, oh, 5%. Oh, okay, imagine this on $100 million trade. Like like that's the trader's mindset, and it's funny to talk about because I'm sure we could relate. But and every trader's probably thought that too.
He's
But
like, what
it's
color is my
funny. It's
Lambo?
yeah, it's okay. Yeah, exactly. It's okay to entertain those ideas, but you gotta, like you said, man, bring it back down. Like come back to okay, like take it easy.
Another thing, when you're talking about how, say, you get knocked out by a pip or a wick or whatever on a trade, and then you take the 3 bets and you re-enter. For me, I've learned that I rather re-enter knowing that there's something still the setup is valid and take another loss than not re-entering and seeing that sucker move in my direction. It hurts me more.
Yeah, I hear
Yeah,
you on that. Yeah.
because many times I'll be too cautious of myself. I'll be too strict, right? And I'll say, oh, say I tell myself, okay, I'm only losing 2 trades today, right? The market don't care.
No.
So I'll go hit my okay. I lost 2 trades, and then I'm just sitting and watching the market move, and I'm kicking myself, dude. I'm like, why am I not in that? Why am I not in there?
Yeah, if the market is there and it presents the opportunity with your plan, like I feel like you should always be trading because otherwise, what's the plan there for? It's not there to look pretty. You got to follow your plan.
Yes,
I,
yes.
I say that I got to follow it myself. Yeah,
Hey, bro,
stick to it.
accountability.
Amen. Yeah, heck yeah, man.
Yeah, I mean, no one's perfect. We are still a work in progress ourselves, but we've gone through a lot of these, and these are valid lessons that will withstand with your trading career. I mean, no matter where you are, I'm sure you can go ask the big hedge fund guys about this. They can tell you stories because they totally relate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that was revenge trading in a nutshell, and I hope you guys take these key lessons and somewhat apply it. Try it out, apply it to your trading strategy and your approach, and let us know how it works out. If it doesn't, just be like Glenn and Reid, that was trash. I don't like it. Hey,
Yeah.
that's fine too, right? Thank you guys for watching. Um, Always feel free to reach out to us in our mighty networks. We are one message away. Trade safe.
Stay blessed. Oh, mahalo.